Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I am thrilled here to be showing you this new contract, and I want to impress upon you how important I think this is, because this is the closing days of August. But the next season that starts is starting on October 1st, which means Halloween season. So this contract is going to give you a jump start on Halloween, because one of my friends, Hayden, has this tank with this commander, and it's really good in Halloween. So it's one of those things you're going to enjoy playing it if you unlock this dude, and I would encourage you to look into this contract. I haven't looked into the actual details specifically before this video, so we'll go look at that together. Now, it's going to be difficult for some people if they don't have the tanks they're going to need to do it, but this will help give you the heads up of possibly arranging your setup. We're going to go check out the contract. I haven't looked at it yet, so that's the best part, is that we're going to see this together and see what's available to do and get. And this would be the thing I would concentrate on, because Halloween tanks, man, they're awesome. The games you're going to see are going to be fantastic once we get to Halloween combat, which is going to be like 3 weeks like last year. And it's like every day it's fantastic. If I keep saying fantastic, well, it's fantastic. That's why I keep saying fantastic, okay? Fantastic. So we're going to do that. That's the main thing. This is Tuesday, the brand new week that this contract just showed up. I'm working on the other contract, the Plague Bringer, but I'll knock that off probably today. And then I'll switch to this contract, because this is a new bad boy of the week for sure. I don't know how long it lasts, but make sure you tell your friends to check this out, or give them information, whatever. If they want to watch the video, great. It'll be good for me. They might like and subscribe. You never know. So let's go check out this Roswell XM66F contract that's going to come with the new and upgraded Steven commander. I have the regular one, but this is the what you would call the Luau Steven, I guess. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. So we're off. This is the Roswell. It's a Tier 8 American tank destroyer in World War II. But during Halloween, it becomes a super-powered alien spacecraft. My friend Hayden has this tank, and it's pretty awesome. He's a killer in Halloween. Just an absolute killer. Now, this tank turret does not rotate 360 degrees. As you can see, it's got that module behind it. So it's got a partial right and a partial left rotation. So this is Steven, the commander, his machine. And it's pretty fantastic. So this was one I was considering getting on the Halloween earn operation this year if it was available. It's available now, so I'll be getting it probably sometime, finishing it off sometime in early September, because there's plenty of time. There's no big deal for me. I can do this easily. But it's a killer tank. I've seen it in Halloween. It does this green levitation, like cone beam, that's fantastic. So if you don't have Halloween tanks, this is the tank to get. And the contract is going to show you how to get this, and you're going to do this from playing Tier 8 heavy tanks or Tier 8 tank destroyers eventually. Now you can play lower levels as well in the early stages. This is a killer. Now I'm also going to make a video about other Halloween tanks that I have, so you can see them and see if you're interested possibly in getting those on the Halloween earn operation if it's available this Halloween. So hopefully you'll get that and see for yourself how great it is. All right, here we are at the contract for the Roswell tank. Now the thing is, what you're going to have to do is that there's going to be people who have all the tanks they need to make this choice, like myself. people who have some of the tanks you need. And I checked on the contract, and this is heavy tank and tank destroyer. And at the end, it's tier 8. So you're going to have the skill and or access to tier 8 heavy tank or tier 8 tank destroyer. Regular or premium is irrelevant. It's up to you. Whatever you have, it's whatever you have. So you need to figure out, though, which is your better one to score in. Are you better scoring in heavy tanks, or are you better scoring at tank destroyer? Pick one. And if you don't have that tier 8, you got 7 weeks counting today, so 41 more days to solve this problem near the end of the contract. You need to get on this every day, focus on this, get progress, whatever. If you need to go and unlock a tier 8 tank destroyer, do that. If you need to go and unlock a tier 8 heavy tank, do that. If you want to buy a premium tier 8 heavy tank or destroyer, do that. If you want to try and buy war chest to get, I don't know, there's different ways to get it. You're going to have it. I have several, I picked up, operation tanks and what have you. So I'm really talking to those of you who are maybe your top tank is a 5 or a 6, whatever tier, and you don't have the tier 8. So if you look at this contract, it's all basic stuff in general, but it's tier 5 for stage 1, tier 5 for stage 2, tier 5 for stage 3, tier 5 for 4. Stage 5, you're going to get tier 6s. Stage 6, also tier 6. Stage 7, it jumps to 8. So 7 and 8 are your tier 8 stages. You have plenty of time to work your way towards getting a tier 8 tank destroyer or heavy tank, whichever floats your boat. You have more than one, that's fine. You'll get to use daily bonuses. I have a bunch of these tanks myself. All right. I'm going to show you, this is tier 8 tank destroyers. So if I wanted to, when I'm on stage 7 or stage 8, I could use any of these tanks, and I could actually go and start with one, do a ton of damage, like 148,000 damage. Do this one, get the first win. Go to the next one, get the first win, because there's a bonus with first wins. If you only have one and this is the one you just got to pound it, fine. The first win, you're going to get more points. The rest of the wins will be lesser points in general. First win, first win, first win, first win. You get the drift. If you have this kind of selection, you can do it this way and it will go faster. All right? So let's go look at heavy tanks. Tier 8 heavy tanks, same story. First win, first win, first win. Okay, it becomes fairly obvious, right? Now let's go check Cold War. So Cold War, all of these are essentially, for simplicity's sake, Era 1 is tier 11. Era 2 is tier 12. Era 3, tier 13. So let's go look at heavy tanks. Well, this is heavy tanks right here. These are all heavy tanks. I can use these whichever floats my boat, right? Again, let's switch to tank destroyer. Again, I have 9 to select from. No big deal for me, because over time I've acquired these tanks. If you don't have them, different story. So I wouldn't recommend necessarily going out and directly purchasing a 10,000, 12,000 gold premium tank for Cold War, but do whatever you have to do, because your whole point of this contract is that you're going to execute the contract and earn a $50 price tank plus another $15 price commander for free. So if the best you can do is to go buy, whatever, I want to say this tank here, this NM116, this is all right. This is around a $50 tank if you just go buy straight gold, okay, for $50. You're basically getting a 2-for-1 if you complete the contract. I'm not trying to tell you to buy it. I recommend you don't. I recommend you figure out a way to earn your way to what have you. You know, you could do this, let's say, these are my tank destroyers that are not premiums. Let's go check it out. So this comes from the tech tree right here. Right here. This is the Jagdpanzer 4.5. This is a free tank. You do the basic tank for free. Unlock this RU-251, and then bam, you're on the tank destroyer, and you can unlock this tank destroyer. Now the rest of those count as light tanks, but these two, there you go. You've got tank destroyers that cost you nothing, and it's not hard to get them. Let's go back and look at the heavy tanks. I said, oops, let's go here. There we go. Switch this to heavy tanks. Well, the only one I have is the Challenger 2. This is a horrible example, but we're going to show it to you anyway, because this is the line. There's, whoops, I don't want to play this game. Hit the wrong button by accident. The Challenger 2. Now, we're not looking at that really. We start here at the Centurion. It's a little bit longer trip. The Centurion Mark 9 is a medium tank. The Conqueror is a heavy tank. So this tank, you know, I went Centurion 101, 107, bypassed the Centurion medium and went directly to the Conqueror. This is a heavy tank. It's a really good one. It was good for me, and I'm not a big heavy tank guy. That's how I can tell you. I'm sorry, that's a Centurion 2, my bad. The Conqueror here. Takes a little longer to get there. You can look at the other routes. Maybe they'll be better. But this is on you to figure this out for yourself. For myself, I know that heavy tank is not my route. But because I went for light tanks, see, I have the light tank here. And I went through this, I got the light tank, and eventually it ended up in having this Challenger 2. I'm the only weirdo that you know that played light tanks to get the Challenger 2, because all I wanted was the light tanks. But when I finished, and when I ran these missions, I ended up unlocking the Challenger 2, and I would have been an idiot not to buy it and try it. So I bought it and tried it out. It was fine. It was a great tank. Tank destroyer, that Jagdpanzer 4.5, not very difficult at all. So this would help you, or you could go in the World War II tech tree, whatever it is. The point is, you're going to have to get either heavy tank or tank destroyer, tier 8 or higher, which includes Cold War. I'll be doing this mostly in Cold War because it's just a better fit for me. So that pretty much covers, you know, what it is. This is my Challenger 2 with the skin, and it looks pretty cool. And it's a good tank. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to finish contract, and this is a free bonus lesson here. Free bonus lesson. The free bonus lesson. I'm going to finish this. I'm on the Plague Bringer. Last night I just finished the stage where you have to get three times you have to get double your hit points in damage. I finished that last night. Today and tomorrow, whatever it takes, a couple of days at the most, I'll do long hauls, but I'm going to work on this. I'll finish stage 6, get the 3 free days of premium, and then get the heck out of this Dodge. I don't want to play this contract and finish it. I want to milk this for 3 days of free premium time. So I'll get my 3 free days, get out. I'll earn the XM66, you know, spaceship tank for that Stephen Commander, which comes with it. Right here. So this is it. This is what I want. This is the butt kicker. Because it's the Halloween tank, and the Halloween tanks are fantastic. So this is the main deal with this contract. Three, 2, 1. So the Roswell really good tank. I think you're going to enjoy it. The armor, as you can see from the front, is quite devastating. Fun stuff to play. Man, Halloween is really great. I can't recommend this enough for a free earn operation. You've sold to me. I mean, free is my price, brother. So here we are in the tech tree. So if you're like me and looking forward to earning this tank, it's going to be a butt kicker. So I wanted to show this to you, give you the explanation. Hopefully it'll help you prepare yourself. You do have 7 weeks starting this Tuesday, 41 more days after today to get this tank. You should be able to do it. I would really recommend it. Talk to your friends, send me a message if you have a question. I don't know what questions you might have, but I'll help you if I can to give you an idea of what to do. But it's pretty straightforward. But if you're not experiencing contracts, I'd be glad to help you. It's not a big deal to me, so don't hesitate to ask. I want everyone who watches this video to earn this tank. You'll have a good time. Halloween is awesome, and let me be the first to tell you that the more Halloween tanks you have, the better it is. It's just that simple. Get with a group of dudes. If you don't have friends that play Halloween tanks, this is your goal. Get with dudes that play Halloween tanks, because, man, I am telling you, we are so lucky because, you know, I met Brownie and I met Hayden, you know, and they played with us when they were 11, 12 years old. And I'm telling you, if you have kids in the group that can play, that is the absolute best that you can have, because the Halloween matches are awesome and they appreciate it more than we appreciate it. And when you see their appreciation, you don't physically see this, but you experience the appreciation, you're going to appreciate it more yourself. I'm telling you. You know, Bernie and I talked about this. It's like the best thing that could have happened. We get to play with younger guys, and that's the thing that makes it awesome. It's, you know, it brings back those memories of when we used to go trick-or-treating back in for myself, the late 60s and the entire 70s. Well, almost the entire 70s. Anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I helped you get on the track. Do whatever it takes for you to get it, whatever that means. And like I said, I'm here for advice if you need it. So that's pretty much it. I covered the whole deal. I don't have the Stephen Commander, otherwise I would show it to you. He's a spindly looking gray alien freak, but the version we're going to get is going to have Luau mode, where he's got his Hawaiian clothing, you know, like he's hanging out on the beach with the hot chicks. Fantastic stuff. So hope this helped you out. Hope you enjoy it. Tell your friends. They need to know this as well. And as always, like and subscribe. Let's do it. Where is this freak hiding? Okay, I guess I don't have it. That's fine. All right, now we're here at the Roswell contract. Let's check this out. So this is tier 5 and above. Now this tank is a tier 8 tank, so it's going to be a little tougher. If you're a newer player, you don't have some tanks to do this, you could be in trouble. So anything tier 5, whatever, that's not it. Whoops. Let's try that again. So anything tier, whoops. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we are at the contract. Now the tank is a tier 8 tank. Very killer in Halloween because you have this beam up effect that's really killer. The first stage, as you see, is tier 5. Anything, it doesn't matter. That's not a big deal. Stage 2, earn, experience, etc. Also easy, and that's what? Heavy tank and tank destroyer. Not a big deal. 3, destroy 2 of this, destroy 5, blah, blah, blah. Okay, not hard so far. This is tier 5. Again, heavy tank and tank destroyer. 14,000 damage. Okay, destroyed 4. Tank destroyers are artillery, any number of battles, that's fine. Experience, fine, no problem. That was also what, tier 5? Tier 5. Now, on stage 5, it goes to tier 6. Alright, do damage, blah, 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 15 times. Whoa. Do damage equivalent to 15 times your health or more in 4 battles. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 1.5 times your health. Wow, okay, it's like the words on the lettering on this screen on my laptop is very tiny. I thought 15 times. So you got to do 4 times. You got to do, if you have 500 hit points, you're going to have to do 750 damage or more 4 times for your heavy tank or tank destroyer. No problem. The one I did in the Plague Bringer, double or more your damage is pretty difficult. It's annoyingly difficult, but you can get it. I did it. It's not a big deal. Just got to keep pounding it. Okay, destroy 20 more vehicles, no problem. 33,000 damage, no problem. Okay, that's no big deal. Very gettable. It's just tier 6 or higher. Again, this is tier 6, heavy tank or tank destroyer. What are we at? Stage 7. This is tier number 8. This is where it's going to get difficult for some of you. Deal damage, destroy 100 more vehicles, which takes a while. Earn 148,000 experience. Again, tier 8 heavy tank or tank destroyer. So what you need to be concentrating on is, number 1, which of these 2 are you better at? Are you better at heavy tanks or tank destroyer? For myself, it's tank destroyer. Either standard sniper tank or tank destroyer rocketeer, like the Weasel, for example. That's where I'm going to do it, in one of those 2, or both of them actually. All right, here, stage 8, tier 8 once again, heavy tank or tank destroyer. Earn 300-something thousand in any number of battles. Okay, so again, very gettable. However, it's kind of a pain in the context of you gotta have tier 8. Now, it helps if you have premium tanks. But if you have a non-premium tier 8 heavy tank or tier 8 tank destroyer that you're good at, that's fine too. But the key is, for those people who don't have this, getting a tier 8 heavy tank premium or a tier 8 or higher premium tank destroyer could represent a problem if you don't have any. If your top tank is a tier 5, for example, you're going to have to somehow wrangle one of these tanks. You could get that from a war chest, possibly. Tank operation is highly unlikely at this point, but possible. I don't know what's happening in the future. This tank is how many days? 41 days, 40, basically, well, 42 counting today. So 7 weeks. So you have however much time is left here, all of September and into October. You should be able to do it. The key thing is, if you have never done contract. I don't like the way this is going. So let's restart this. 3, 2, 1.